In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how much you can earn in tech sales as an SDR or an account executive. Perhaps you're somebody who is looking to get into tech sales and are unsure what to look for in a good company. Maybe you're currently in tech sales and are considering a move to another company, but you're unsure how much sales reps at that company are currently earning. Or maybe you're somebody who's currently interviewing for a role at a company and you want to check to ensure it's the right company to join. Regardless of the reason, today I'll show you the best place to look and the key things to look out for when considering a company for your next role. So when it comes to finding out information such as salary, commission, company culture, all the kind of key things you want to know before accepting a role at a company, the best place currently that I know of to find that information is a website called RepView, which essentially is a completely anonymous website where sales reps can review the company they're at and also see reviews and ask questions on other companies as well. So it's completely free to sign up. The only caveat is to maintain your account and access to the platform to review this information. You have to leave a review on your company every few months or so to maintain that kind of access to the system. But it's a great way of coming in if you are looking for a role to get into tech sales, as I mentioned, or looking to move company potentially. You can start to gather information when looking for this company. So if we take an example such as Salesforce, very large company, if you were maybe looking at this company or interviewing with them right now, the key information that you're going to be able to see is ultimately the number of employees that have left ratings. So you can see there's a very high number of employee ratings for this company, which potentially means the data is very accurate. We can see they have their RepView score out of 100 and then some profile highlights. So they're ranked in the top 20% of all companies on RepView. They have competitive salaries and they have a very high score for professional development and training, which obviously in terms of being new to a company is something you may look for in terms of progressing and building your skills and foundation as a sales rep. So very good kind of ratings there to see initially. If you scroll down, there's some key figures as well. Again, these are all based on sales reps who currently work there. So they've left their rating and their feedback on these key areas. The first one to look at is that percent that attain quota. So what essentially that means is the percentage of sales reps that are actually hitting the on-target earnings that they've been set. For Salesforce, you can see 39% of team members typically hit their quota, and then you can see how that compares to the software industry average and alongside the global average as well. Then when you get into the category scores, it's based on culture and leadership, base compensation, incentive compensation structure, so again the commission that you can earn and the plans that are in place and how much you can actually earn. Product market fit, again, tends to be a big one. Is the product actually selling? Is it a good fit for the market? Do people actually need that product or service that they're selling? Professional development and training, inbound lead and opportunity flow. So how many of those leads are actually coming inbound versus outbound and the work you'll have to do yourself. Again, potentially if it's an older company, the inbound lead may be lower because they've started to dry up a little bit. Whereas a growing company, that might be quite high. And then you also have diversity inclusion as well. The next aspect, and probably maybe why you clicked on this video, is the salaries and commission that you can earn at that company. So again, if you're maybe interviewing for a role right now and you're unsure of how much you should be asking or negotiating for when it comes to salary, this is a great way of seeing what current sales reps in that role are currently earning. So if we come in and view all the salaries, we can do it by each country. We'll do the UK. Now we can start to see Salesforce salaries in the UK by those roles. Whether you're an SDR, account executive, SMB, mid-market enterprise, again, there's different levels of account executives. We can start to see the base salary, typically on average, they may be earning, on-target earnings, how much they may be earning, and then top performers, ones that are going way over their on-target earnings. These are what they tend to be earning at that company. So again, it gives you a good view to be able to see that. I think you can also see the kind of average deal size, but perhaps not. But again, that just gives you an understanding of the salaries and commission that is available at that company. Again, this will vary across companies, the size, the product they're selling, the deal size. So that's just one example. If we then come down, you've then got reviews. So this again can be huge in terms of understanding what the current company looks like, the direction they're heading in. You can see current employees, what they've said and their thoughts on kind of the company up to this point. You then have a Q&A section. So if you're not with that company, you can leave a question and then somebody who potentially is a current employee at that business can then answer that for you, and you can see it's a top answer and their thoughts on the current company as well. So again, all anonymous, but again, I think from what I understand with RepView, if you've got an account, it's been verified, and it's just a good bit of information to understand what the company currently looks like. Again, if you're somebody who's looking to get into tech sales, a great website to use, because you can come in and start looking for jobs in different areas and also companies that are hiring as well. So it can potentially help your search to find those companies that are currently looking for talent in certain roles. And then that way you're able to see if it's a company that potentially you want to interview for as well. Another area, if you're somebody who's currently in tech sales, but maybe you're looking to move company, you can also look at the current tech stack that that company has available. So maybe you're used to using certain tools, you really like them, and you want to find a company where you can go in and they already have that tech stack. And again, it may help during your interview process where you can showcase how you used the tools that they currently have internally, which means you'll maybe get to speed a lot quicker. Again, another way for you to be able to see that information and utilize that as part of the interview process as well. So hopefully that was useful if you're somebody who is interested in tech sales or is curious about the salaries and commission that you can earn. As always, feel free to leave any questions in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. But that is the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.